Good morning, everyone. It is day 6, March 6th, and today I'm going to be doing a flight attendant update video. I decided that I had some things I want to talk about and answer a couple questions that some people had. Mug of the day today is this Starbucks little fatty mug. I've already drank all my coffee, almost forgot. But did you guys ever work anywhere where you started using a random mug that someone left and then somehow it ended up at your house? That's this mug. At least I think so. Like, I remember using it. I mean, so I've had this a while, back when I was a teacher. I haven't been a teacher for a long time. So anyway, so on with the show. Let's go talk about flight attendant stuff.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
All right, so here I am in flight attendant mode. Yes, this is part of my uniform. I never owned this shirt, but I just bought it, or I earned it. I don't know. We get a stipend for new uniforms once a year. So I got this shirt. Kind of like it. We'll see. So anyway, I wanted to come on with some flight attendant content because I know a lot of people originally probably subscribed to my channel because of flight attendant content, and I have been really unable to do any because I have not been flying and really have no flight attendant content to give you. But I thought I would update you on my current situation. So everything is moving forward for me to start work. So I was originally supposed to start yesterday. I had a reserve block for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I was hearing a lot that the reserves were not getting called, they weren't getting used, there were no trips. So I was getting a little anxious, a little nervous, plus I was going to have to drive to LAX, and I was just a little kind of, how shall I say, just freaking out about when should I go, should I drive halfway, like should I get up at 3 a.m. and leave. I was just like all over the place. You can ask my husband. I kept like trying to hash out what is the best option. So then we got a message that they were offering a release for reserves because they didn't have any trips. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and put in for that release. You do get a little stipend for offering to basically not work. So I put in for that, and then within hours they had released me. So I ended up not having to work. The one thing about that is you are ineligible to work at all. So you can't pick up anything. So you're just like, you call out, you're done. There's no like grabbing a trip from somebody or something like that. So I could not pick up anything, and which is fine. But I was able to pick up a trip, which I will be flying on Monday. So I'm going to be flying a 3-day trip on Monday. I will be starting at C position, which is perfect because I am so nervous about going back to A position. I haven't done it in so long, which I'm sure it would be fine. It's just, you know, it's like pulling that band-aid off, just doing it one time. But if I can delay that until I get a few trips under my belt, I would prefer that. So I will be flying on Monday. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to share that with you guys. I wanted to come on also and talk about the few questions that I get asked repeatedly, and some of these were posted on my Instagram, and I have not had a chance to answer them. So here we go. I'm going to finally answer the questions. So one question that I get asked a lot is about how commuting works. So imagine you are a lawyer who works in LA and you live in Santa Barbara. And so say 3 days a week you have to go to LA to your office. Well, obviously, how are you going to get there? You're going to drive, correct? Okay. So the way commuting works with a flight attendant is you have to get to your office. So for me, I am based in Oakland. So Oakland is my office. I have to start in Oakland if I have an Oakland-based trip. Now there's trips that base out of all of the bases. So there's LAX-based trips, there's Phoenix-based trips, Denver, etc. So because I am based in Oakland, if I have an Oakland-based trip, I have to get to Oakland. So that is what I've been doing for the last year or so, is I would drive to Burbank because that's an easy way to get to Oakland. So 1 hour drive and 1 hour flight. So basically my commute is a 2-hour scenario. So what I'm doing now is trying to get rid of my Oakland trips so that I can work out of LAX, which would mean I drive to LAX, park wherever I can find parking. So the only drawback and the reason why I kept Oakland is because we have a commuter clause, but the commuter clause only applies to flying. So say I can't make it for some reason, all the flights to Oakland are full and I can't get on, or they get canceled for whatever reason, there's bad weather, anything could happen. But as long as I am listed for a flight and I try to make it to work, then they can't penalize me for that. I owe them for that trip, whatever trip I miss, but I don't get in trouble for not making it. Now, if I'm driving, we don't have any commuter protections for driving. So if I'm driving and traffic's bad and I'm late, too bad on me, that's on me. I can't, the company can't help me. So that is something that I know flight attendants are in conversations about, especially with weather events. But who knows? I don't know if that will ever happen. But so now I'm going to be driving to LA for trips. So that's why I'm a little bit more nervous about that travel time. So that's what commuting is like. And no, nobody pays you for that. Nobody pays the lawyer to drive from Santa Barbara to LA. So yeah, no, I foot my bill for my gas and everything. Okay, so the next question I get asked a lot and got asked recently was, what happens so if I go to Oakland and I don't work that day, like sometimes I have to go early and I work the next morning, who pays for where I stay, or where do I stay? So there's options. You could stay in the crew lounge previously. That's not really happening much anymore because of COVID. Number two, you can get what's called a crash pad, which is usually like flight crew rent rooms by the month, so that they can just come and go as they please. They don't really leave stuff there. They might leave, like a little bit of clothes or something in case they have to hang out for a bit. But it's basically like a place to sleep and a place to take a shower and then go to work. And then number three would be a hotel, which is kind of what I ended up doing before the pandemic happened. I started doing a hotel, but it was getting a little pricey, and especially if I was going to go to work and not get called, I would be paying for at least 2 nights, maybe 3 of a hotel room, which why even work? I mean, I'm not making any money, obviously. So that is how that works. Now, when I'm on a work trip, so say I'm working flights and I end up in Denver, my company pays for that hotel room. That overnight is covered as part of my my work compensation. Obviously, like they're gonna need me to work the next day, so I mean, why would I pay? So they pay for that. That's part of the deal. All food I have to cover on my own. A lot of hotels give us discounts, which is really nice. They don't have to, they're not required to, but they are very generous usually with that. All right. A lot of people have been asking, because Southwest is going to be flying in and out of Santa Barbara starting in April, if I could be based in Santa Barbara. And the answer is no, and also I wish. And I probably wouldn't be, because it'd probably be super senior, and that's not me. But no, Santa Barbara is not a base. It will just be a spoke in the hub, or spoke in the wheel, however you say it. So that would be cool, but no, Santa Barbara is not a base, so my trips would not originate in Santa Barbara. Okay, what is it like to fly right now? I don't know. I flew out to see my mom. I flew on a different airline than the one I work for, and I thought it was great. They handed me a little baggie with water and a snack and a wipey. And everyone was wearing masks. They made announcements now and then, and I did see them having to tell people, but nobody really said boo about it. It was pretty chill. And only one of the flights, I think I had to take 3, and only one of them was like packed to the gills. And it wasn't bad. Like, I don't know, it was short. Everybody just kind of stayed put. Like, it wasn't too bad. The other ones, I was pretty spaced out, and everybody was pretty chill. So as far as I've seen, it's not bad. I hear stories that it can be a little stressful, but it's just the state of things right now, and hopefully I can be hopefully I can smile enough with my eyes that people will just be happy and fly. Like you're flying on a tube. Like, be happy. All right. So one last question I want to answer was from a friend named Ashley. And she asked me, where have I not traveled that I would like to travel? So many places. I have not really been to that many locations. I've been to a lot of states now and some little obscure towns and states, but not a lot of international destinations. But big on my list is Italy. I've still never been to Italy, and that is really high on my list. I would like to go now. It was never on my radar before, but ever since we planned our trip, now I want to go to Antarctica. Before I was just going to send Jared on this adventure because that was somewhere that he wanted to go. But now since our trip got canceled last year, which holy cow, it's been a year almost. I can't even believe that. But anyway, so I would say probably Italy is my, like, the highest of all the things. Just like I just have not ever changed that desire in my heart. I have all the tropical locations on my list. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go to Bali. I want to go to all of the things with the clear water. I want to go to Fiji, the clear water and just the sun, and, you know, a fancy drink and a piece of fruit. Just all of those are on my list. So yeah, those are the things I want to do. But and also to wrap up this video, this is my 3-year anniversary of heading off to my initial training with SkyWest. We started training on the 7th and today's the 6th, so tomorrow is my anniversary. I am flying for 3 years. I mean, I didn't fly much this year, so I don't know if that counts. But so yay, happy 3 years of flying to all of my SkyWest buddies if you're watching. And yeah, here's and cheers to many, many more. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.